Yeah, ma, yeah, ma, yeah, Ananda, ma, 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 yeah, ma, yeah, ma, yeah, Ananda, ma. Hello, and welcome to this weekly broadcast. I'm your host, Gabriel Gonsalves, or Gonsalves, which is how you actually pronounce my surname originally in its original Portuguese. Welcome, everybody. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, depending where you are in the world. Hello from the nice and cool city of Granada in the south of Spain. We're enjoying much cooler temperatures today, and it's so refreshing. Welcome, Irish. Welcome, PJ. Hello, Mariette. Hello, Christoph, brother, Gabriel. Thank you for your lovely comment. Good evening, Danny, Peter, Cindy, Veronica, Camargo. Hello. Who else is here? Oh, those are the ones that are, those are those of you who have had the courage to write out a comment. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome. How are you guys? How's your week going so far? What has been the highlight of your week so far? I'm trying to think about mine. I've actually had quite a few highlights this week. I am now on, I think, 2 weeks away, pretty much now, from walking the Camino de Santiago with a small group of people that will be coming from the US and 2 other countries in Europe, and Luxembourg, and what's the other one? I think it's Denmark, if I'm not mistaken. And so I feel very, very, very excited once, as the clock begins to tick, and I keep crossing the days off the calendar, saying one less day to the Camino. Hello, Tony. Heidi Green from sunny England. Sunny England. That's rare, isn't it? uh, all right. So before we dive into today's topic, which will be a focus on healing the brow chakra, also known as the third eye chakra, um, let me go through a few announcements, okay? I'm just reading here a comment before I take you through the announcement from Heidi that says she's eating a space cake, very relaxing, blissful. Space cake. I don't know what a space is. A space cake is. Um, would you elaborate on what a space cake is? Does that mean it's an imaginary cake? All right. So here, let me take you quickly through a few quick announcements. Heart Mastery Circle. That's right. Heart Mastery Circle is the Academy new membership program for people who are ready to take the next level, right? To take the next step of engagement. It's basically a very, very easy access monthly fee that would allow you to participate in our basic foundational courses that are taught by yours truly, and then also participate in weekly learning circles that are hosted and facilitated by alumni of the Heart Leader Training Program. If you want to learn more about the Heart Mastery Circle, you can go to heartmasterycircle.com. You'll be redirected to a page where you can find out if that's the right program for you, see what's included, how do you sign up, and all that good stuff, okay? And speaking of the Heart Warrior and the Heart Training Program, the next cohort of the Heart Warrior begins on October 12th. The next cohort of the Heart Leader Training Program begins on the 14th. We're actually in the middle of enrollment right now. So I'm in the process of having a lot of conversations with many of you who have expressed interest and want to find out more about the program or want to explore if this is the right program for you. And so if that is you, please get in touch with me, okay? Because I only have until just the next 2 weeks, basically a little less than 2 weeks now, before we begin the Camino, and I won't be able to have that conversation while I'm on the Camino. Okay, then we get back from the Camino. I think it's just exactly a week after the Camino that the program will be launching. So obviously there's opportunity to have that conversation with me after I get back from the Camino. You can find out more about these programs by visiting my website, gabrielgonsalves.com. All right, let's see the answer to the space cake. Space cake is it had marijuana in it. Okay, no wonder it makes you spacey. Yeah, one bite is enough. I'm super sensitive to cannabis, you know that. So when I have consumed it in the past, it's been a very, 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 very small quantities. These days is something that I only pretty much do ceremoniously. Okay, only as part of the ritual and ceremony, and normally with other herbs and in very small quantities, again, because I'm very, very sensible. And one of the things, the effects that it has on me, it numbs me. In fact, it's designed to numb your emotional system. And so I feel very disconnected. So I kind of become paralyzed. So that's why I only reserve it for some specific rituals and very small amount. Very small quantities. Hello, Three Devil Women. Welcome. Irish is laughing. All right. Everybody, put your finger right here between your eyes in the middle, right where I have I don't know if you can see it, but I have a scar on my forehead. Can you see it? Okay. I call it my Harry Potter scar because it's actually shaped a little bit like the Harry Potter scar. It's actually the remnants of when I was 26, I had shingles. And if you know about shingles, it's basically the same virus as the chicken pox, and except it stays in your spinal cord. And so if at any time in your adult life, your immune system shuts down, it basically reemerges, it mutates, it becomes shingles. Herpes sortex is actually the scientific name. And it left me this scar when I was 26. But interesting enough, it was around that time, 26, 27th, when I also began to connect and attune into a higher vision for my life. And for a few months while I had the disease, and then even after the disease, this was literally a hole. This was literally like a big swollen hole, and it really looked like a third eye. I mean, I walked around and people were looking at me. It's like, it looks like you have an eye in your forehead, like one of those cyclops. Cyclopes. I don't know how to say cyclops in Spanish and English. Cyclopes. No, that sounds like encyclopedia. Cyclops. I think it's cyclops. If not, well, I'll come back and re-record this and dub it over. Hello, Lila. Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you too. All right. So healing the brow chakra, healing the third eye. Why do you want to heal it? Well, primarily because this is the center of inspiration, insight, perception, wisdom, and vision, and also associated with inner vision. Iris says, clubs. Oh, Cyclops. Okay, thank you, Irish. Nothing like an Irish to come and correct y'all. Cyclops. Thank you. Feliz día, linda. Bienvenida. All right, so the center of vision, wisdom, insight, perception, inspiration. Now, something that is really interesting about this center is that, as you know, all these chakras are with us when we're born. We're born with all these different chakras, and they're all developing as we grow. Okay, there's just that a certain periods during our lives they become developed fully, or that's when they begin to reach their higher potential. But this is one of the chakras that becomes quite active when we're little, anytime between like ages 7 and 12. And that's the period of our lives where many of us begin to form of kind of a vision or an idea of who we want to be in the future when we grow up. That's when you see like adults asking little children, it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And pretty much for many of us, it is during that time when we begin to express our different creative gifts and begin to explore the world and begin to explore different hobbies and different activities and discover ourselves. And during that time, we begin to catch glimpses of our future, what we want to see ourselves being, doing, having when we stepped into that non-linear awareness, that timeless awareness or time continuum. I remember when I was that age, between the ages of 7 and 10, if you would have asked me, like, who do you want to be when you grow up, when you're an adult, I would tell you, I want to be the Pope, I want to be the Lone Ranger, and I want to be a famous actor and director. I would really tell you that, okay? The Lone Ranger, the Pope, and a famous actor and director. And now what's interesting is that as life would have it, I would end up in my 20s. Funny enough, around the time I was 25, 26, when I had my third eye opening, my shingles experience, when my Harry Potter scar became cemented on my forehead, my cyclope eye. During that time is when I actually embrace the gift, the desire to want to become an actor. And I began to study acting, and then went on to being a soap opera telenovela actor in Venezuela, and then moved to Los Angeles to continue to pursue that acting career. So I got to be an actor, and I got to even be a director. And then when I moved to South Africa and I began a whole new life there, after I turned 40, I ended up studying to become a minister. I ended up taking a program, ministerial training program in consciousness of ministry under the New Thought, Ancient Wisdom tradition. And for 3 years, I was a leader of a small spiritual community in South Africa called Agape, where I taught these principles and where I also began to develop the spiritual gift, which I now get to share with you here. And when I facilitate and guide meditations or run group workshops, retreats, and events of that sort, seminars. And so I expressed the Pope by in my 40s, once I stepped into this role as a minister or spiritual leader. And what was the other one? The Lone Ranger. Well, the Lone Ranger for me is the coach, right? Is the person that works with a team and is helping humanity, is bringing about transformation, change in the world. And you could say that this model of heart leadership, which I advocate, teach, and basically have developed an entire training program around it, you could say pretty much comes from this childhood vision, right? Of knowing that in the future, I was going to be someone who was going to be expressing an aspect that had to do with like spiritual leadership, like being some kind of a religious, spiritual leader of some form. And at the same time, was going to be someone who's helping humanity and helping other people, literally saving people. Okay, you have no idea how many times I've received emails or seen comments on my YouTube channels, people telling me that they were on the risk of committing suicide. And had it not been for a guided meditation or a video or something that they were exposed to, that I created, that I put out there, they would have taken their lives. And so that is the Lone Ranger. And then obviously there's the artist, the creator, the performer, the director that makes silly videos, and it's here right now playing some music for you, making fun of myself and entertaining you, and at the same time inspiring you and helping you heal by helping you establish a deeper connection with your heart. Okay, so Irish, Linda, Lila, Three Devil Women, Heidi, Tony, Jennifer, PJ, Mariette, Christophe, Gabrielle, Danny, Peter, Cindy, Veronica. What did you want to be when you were 7, 8, 9, 10 years old? You who's listening to me right now, what did you dream of being or becoming when you grow up, when you were that age? And I'm asking you again because this is the time when your rational mind had not been fully developed, and this third eye, brow chakra vision contained already within glimpses of that, of your future self. Heidi says she wanted to be an artist. Peter says a farmer. Beautiful. Yeah, it's important that you listen to that, okay? That you connect with that. You know, one of the things that begins to happen as we begin to develop this and heal this chakra, one of the things that begins to happen, we actually start moving in the direction of manifesting that vision from a long, long, long time ago. In fact, remember that the word to heal means to make whole. So it's like we're reclaiming an aspect of ourselves that we had completely forgotten about it. Okay, we realize this is like our first passion. Three Devil Woman says she wanted to be a hairdresser. I'm only laughing because she put LOL at the end. Irish says I wanted to be an astronaut and to go home. To go home. Yeah, okay. Go home to where? Tell us what planet you wanted to go back to. In my case, it would have been the Pleiades. Tony wanted to be a fireman and a Marine. Linda Luz, a saint. My goodness. Wow. Until you realize you had to die. That's a good one. Maria wanted to be a preacher and to serve in Parliament. God, we need good spiritual leaders in parliaments everywhere in the world. Christoph says, he said to his school teacher, I want to be a mason at age 7. Oh my God. Oh my God. I made it live. Erica, welcome. Yes, you made it. I know several of you always arrive here at the very end, feeling bummed out because you missed it. So welcome, Erika. Erika, what did you want to be when you were 7 years old? Linda, a teacher. Danny, another teacher. Veronica, she loved combing me Barbie's hair and making clothes for them. Oh, dressing up and styling the hair of Barbies and doing design. So a design fashion artist. Iris just wanted to go to the stars. Cindy says, I wanted to be a source of love and kindness in the world. I have a feeling you already are that. Are you not? Now, raise your hand if whatever it is that you're doing right now is somehow an expression of that childhood dream, vision, or desire. And if it is not, then use the time during that guided meditation today, because I will ask you that question. What it is that you can start doing today to bring some elements of that childhood vision or dream into your life. Erica says, my dream is the same. I now know through quantum biology that we will cure eczema. Okay, good. I'm seeing some raised hands here. I don't know how you can raise your hand with emoticons, but I guess you can do that. All right. So the center of vision. When we have developed or heal all these lower chakras, right? When we feel rooted and grounded and confident on the earth, a strong sense of who we are, we begin to step into our power, open ourselves up to the world, to exploring the world, and then moved into this good-heartedness, the feelings of the heart, and then begin to express and communicate, right? Our desire, our truth, to affirm who we are at that moment. Then the energy moves into this brow chakra and begins to, through our creative imagination, to both receive and project out into the world the images, literally pictures of what we're seeking to create or manifest in our reality. Okay. Nassim Haramein, who is a physicist, I would call him a quantum physicist among other titles, he often likes to say that the brain and the pineal gland is like an antenna, it's like a receptor, when the heart is like the dialing tone. So we set the frequency with the heart, but then it is then through the antenna within the pineal gland and within the center, then it gets projected out to the world, and at the same time where it's also received from the world of the unseen or the non-linear. Okay, so what allows this third eye or brow chakra to be the center of clairvoyance, of inner vision, insight, and so forth, is that it's also open and receptive to the non-linear or this time-space continuum where both present and future are collapse, where past and present are collapse, where everything exists in the here and now. And it is from that space then that we can access literally the memory, not just from past lives, but also from future lives. Because remember that at the quantum level, time is collapse. There's not just such a thing as past, present, or future, but everything exists in the eternal now. And that's what is referred to as the time continuum. This is also your center, as being the center of vision. It's also your center of color, and it gets stimulated by color. One of the things that happens to me quite a bit is that when I spend a lot of time indoors, especially working in front of the computer and a little bit like kind of in the darkness, because my studio here in Granada is a bit of I would call it a Gab's cave, even though I have a window over there. But as you know, this part here is a little bit darker. But one of the things that happens to me is that when I feel like suddenly everything gets very cloudy, and by the way, that's a sign that your brow chakra is out of balance. there's migraine headaches, vision become cloudy, you have vision problems, you have conjunctivitis, any kind of eye related problems, including blindness. All these kind of things are symptoms of an imbalanced brow or third eye chakra. When these things, I begin to experience these things, guess what I do? I go out in nature. I go out to my favorite parks here in Granada, and all I do is just look at the colors and look at the light. Okay, and so remember, light, the light spectrum, and then from this light spectrum, pure white light, all the colors are contained within it. So as I go out there and I see the greens and I see the blue sky and I see the purples and the yellows and the pinks of the flowers and all the colors out in nature, suddenly tremendous amount of healing and a sense of well-being and connection and oneness with everything, it begins to be restored. Okay, we can be healed through colors. I mean, there are people who dedicate their entire lives to doing color therapy. And one of the powerful exercises that you can do to learn how to use colors to basically heal is to actually hire a professional color therapist and have a color, I don't know what it's called, a personal color reading. They basically tell you what the colors that will influence you the most, will help you heal, are the ones that resonate the most with you, with your aura, with your personality, with your vibration, your frequency. I never had it done, but I know it can be profoundly, profoundly healing. Leela says, my childhood dream is now a reality, a beautician. Wow, beautiful. Yeah. Christoph says, I became a musician and a writer, also a childhood dream. Wonderful. Mariette says, I teach and my work goes to Parliament. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Lots of happy faces. Okay, great. Lots of happy children. Right. So we talked about the imbalance of this chakra. What else? All right. I don't think I have anything else that I wrote on my notes that I wanted to share with you with regards to this chakra. I have a very strong sense that the majority of you who are here, who follow my work, already have read and probably know way more than I do about chakra and chakra healings. What makes this process very powerful is that we're coming together with a similar intention to heal and bring some energy into all these different centers to bring about the healing. So let's go ahead and switch then now into the second channel of the experiential and do a guided meditation to heal the brow chakra using the power of our hearts. Welcome, Geraldine, all the way from Ireland. Welcome, Amanda. A little bit late, but you made it just in time. All right, let's begin. I invite you to find the most comfortable position right there where you're at. Bringing your feet down into the ground if that's a possibility. As we now individually and collectively set the intention to come into this heart center awareness, expanding our electromagnetic fields so that we can create an expanded field that is greater than the individual sum of our hearts. And then in that space, summon the healing forces that will expand the vibrational frequency of our brow chakra, our third eye chakra, restoring the natural flow and harmony of this energetic center of inner vision, wisdom, creativity, and command. The Anja chakra, as it is known in Sanskrit, which means the command center. For the next few moments, we bring the awareness now into the physical body, specifically to the breath and the heartbeat, as we now begin to breathe straight into the heart. And if that feels right to you, then you can place a hand over the middle of your chest as a way to feel the heart connection, to enhance the heart connection. For where our focus goes, our energy flows. We allow this breath to be nice and slow, nice and deep, and nice and even. Energizing the heart, the center of our energetic chakra system. Allowing the energy of spirit, the holy breath, to flow from spirit into the heart, and then from the heart expand down to the lower chakras and up to the higher chakras. Remembering that our hearts is the meeting place of both the lower chakras and the higher chakras. Is the central connecting and meeting place between our humanity and our divinity. In the name of the Father, the Mother, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, and speaking on behalf of everyone who is present here today and anyone who is watching the replay, I connect, harmonize, and unify my heart to the infinitely loving heart of God. Seeing, feeling, imagining this connection, knowing that it is real. And that right here and right now, I am one with the heart of God. The heart of God is one with me. The light of God, the love of God, the wisdom of God, all alive within me, pouring in through my breath, energizing my heart, expanding my capacity to be love and light in my heart, expanding my capacity to give and receive love, expanding my capacity to use this love, this light from the heart of God to now restore, harmonize my brow chakra, my third eye. I'd like to invite you now to place the other hand over your forehead. So that one hand is over the heart and the other hand is right where your forehead is. And as you continue to breathe in and out of the heart, imagine now the ray of sunshine that comes straight from the heart of God through your heart, now flowing from your heart to your brow chakra. As you feel the energetic connection between the head and the heart. In the name of Jesus the Christ, I call forth the light from the heart of God now to clear all pathways between our hearts and our brow chakra, our divine center of inner vision, wisdom, and light. Light from the heart of God, clear and purify this connection. Light from the heart of God. Dissolve, dissolve, dissolve all of that which obstructs, delays, denies the perfect union between these two energy centers. That the love of God, the power of God may flow effortlessly between the heart and the mind, between the third eye and the fourth chakra. In the name I am that I am, and speaking on behalf of everyone here, I now delete, dissolve, transmute, and uncreate anything and everything that is blocking or obstructing my heart and mind connection. Anything and everything that is blocking the flow of electrical impulses flowing through the vagus nerve. Anything and everything that is keeping me from unifying my heart and my mind as one. That the mind of Christ may be within me, that the heart of Christ may beat within me. I declare in the name I am that I am, the perfect union between these two energy centers. Knowing that the channel is now open and clear. I let it go, I dissolve it. I transmute it in the name I am that I am. Right and wrong, good or bad, put on Paul, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. At all levels of creation, past, present, future. Dissolve, dissolve, dissolve. It is so, and it is done. Amen. You can now rest your hands either by your side or over your heart, or however feels most comfortable to you. In this deep state of awareness now, with an increased connection between our hearts and our brow chakras, our center of inner vision, wisdom, and command, we now set the intention to bring about some healing to those events, situations, and circumstances that took place in our lives between the ages 21 to about 26. So I'd like to invite you now to let your mind wander to that period of time in your life. Somewhere around 21, where were you? Do you remember what you looked like? Allow your mind to wander and to evoke people, events, and situations from that period of your life. And as these people, events, and situations from your life show up, send them love and light from your heart. Sending yourself also forgiveness. giving yourself permission to feel any emotions that may rise as you continue to just simply send this love and this light from your heart to all these people, all these situations, all these events from the spirit of your life, ages between 21 and 26. Now, as we have done already so many times, see yourself rising to a higher perspective, where you can now see that during that period of your time, you did what you thought you had to do. You did the best thing that you knew how to do. That any pain that may have been caused to you or that you caused unto other was because of your own or current level of awareness at that time. And that whatever may have been done to you was done as part of a lesson that needed to be learned by others. It was an expression of their pain, their ignorance. And as you can see now, the situations and events with a different pair of eyes, where a new understanding begins to set in, let the light of compassion and forgiveness radiate out from your heart to all these events, all these people, to yourself. Now, once again, raise yourself to an even higher perspective, a higher spiritual plane where you can now look at these situations, these events, these people as part of your learning experience on this earth, realizing that you were their teachers, they were your teachers, and that everything that took place was part of a greater intention to evolve and to grow spiritually, to grow in love, to grow in compassion, to become more like Christ. And then from this higher awareness, where you see everything that's happened as what shaped you, what made you who you are. Sin, love, and forgiveness to yourself and to all the events and people of this time, this period of your life. Imagine yourself now standing next to that 25, 26-year-old version of yourself, looking straight now into their eyes. As you say to them, I see you. We've come a long ways. You're beautiful. You're loved. And everything is in divine, perfect, and order. I love you. And as you say this, hold them tight. Hold their hearts, knowing that even as you're holding this older version of yourself, you are being held by the loving presence of the inner Christ that lives within you in your heart. And that right here and right now, the divine forces from the heart of God are strengthening you, allowing you now to open your inner vision, your inner awareness to what has yet to come and be revealed to you. As you hold this 25, 26-year-old version of you in your heart, with love and appreciation and compassion, now imagine that a light begins to emanate from the middle of your forehead. Almost as when you're wearing one of those flashlights that you wear around with a headband. One of those torches, they call them in South Africa. And the light beams projects out into the future. That which hasn't manifested in the world of form yet, but which undoubtedly will be coming your way. Out there, in that time continuum when there's no separation between past and future, you can begin to see now people, things that haven't taken place yet, people who are about to walk into your life or who will be walking into your life in a time not too distant from now. Just like right now, those people in your lives at one point were in the future. They were getting ready to meet you. They were making their way towards you. Right now, they are people, events, situations, circumstances that are making their way towards you. And as you shine your light forward into the future, send them your love, your appreciation, almost as if saying, can't wait for you to get here. Can't wait for us to meet again. Can't wait for our divine encounter to fulfill the mission for which we came. I am the light in the heart of God that shines so brightly here today. I am the perfect harmony and order of the Christed way. I am the presence of divine love that heals it all, that knows it all. I am the capacity to see the past, present, future, and the whole. I am within you, here and now, always and beyond, always guarding, always watching, always by your side, my love. I am that I am that I am, the Christ in you. I am that I am that I am forevermore. And so it is. And it is so. Gently we begin to attune once again to this physical reality as we prepare now to once again open our eyes and return to the full awareness of our time together. Within you is the capacity to create worlds. Within you, there is a Holy Christ self, also known as your creative imagination. There's your capacity to create by the power of your intention and your thought. When infused with the goodness and the love of your heart, miracles can take place. That's how powerful you are. Thank you, Veronica, Rosemary, Walter. Thanks for the comment about my guitar playing. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Christoph, Geraldine, Amanda. Just going through some of the names here. Danny, Veronica, Mariette, Linda Luz, Erika, Irish, Cyclope. Thank you, Enrica, Tony. 3 devil women left. She must have had a hairdressing client. Oh, goodness. Hey, Manu, welcome. You're welcome, Geraldine. She said, thank you so much, love and light. And Ari says, I thought my head was going to expand so much, so hot. Now I know. My goodness, when we were doing bringing the energy from the heart out and clearing up the channel, I started sweating. The only other time I sweat like that is during the act of sex or when I'm eating curry. I laugh at my own jokes. Hey, Catalina, welcome. You're welcome, Tony. Thanks for being here. Teresa says, todo mi agradecimiento de corazón a ti. Me hizo mucho bien esta meditación. Yeah, good. She says, this meditation did me good. Did me good. All right, my beautiful friends, we come to the end of our time together. When we come back next week, we will tackle the crown chakra. Okay. And then the following week, we will do basically a full chakra tune-up. That's what I'm calling it. So we have two more sessions of this 12-part series on healing the 7 chakras through the power of your heart. And then after that, I'm going to go walk the Camino. And I will be taking, I think, a 2-week break from these heart streams so that we can come back in then in October with, I can't tell you yet because I have a really wonderful surprise what the next series is going to be about. So until next week, please remember to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. Okay, to continue to do whatever you have to do to remain in your heart. Okay, if at any time you feel the need to reconnect with this feeling, know that these guided meditations are always available. All the replays available are both on my website, the podcast channel, and my video channel through YouTube. Okay, so I'm here for you virtually 24/7, basically. All right, my beautiful friends. Enjoy the rest of your week. I wish you a fantastic rest of your day, and I look forward to connecting again our next time. Till then, I send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now. Ciao.